Hi Trinity Rock and Pop drummers, hope you're well. This is a little talk-through video for Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, of course, from Trinity Rock and Pop Grade 5. Classic tune, Ringo Starr on drums. This is pretty much the original version of the song. It's certainly got the feel of it, but it is missing some stuff. Most notably, I think, in the Sun, 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 Here It Comes bit, you're probably used to hearing Ringo Starr roll around his drum kit. We're not doing that at all. We're just playing a groove-based thing at that point. Most of the people who know and love this song, when we come to learn it in the sessions here, they say, well, I really miss those drum fills. I really miss those drum fills, honestly. I think it's just to fit the requirement of the grade. The other thing is, as well, like, there's nothing to stop you doing those. Obviously not for in your exam, but once you've learnt this part here, there's nothing stopping you sort of doing those rolls around the kit as well. So, I mean, this part is a great one, and obviously to perform the exam and get the grade, you play this written part. But beyond that, there's nothing stopping you adding in your own fills as well. So here it is. You got 8 bars rest at the start. If you don't know by now, the solid black line with the 8 is 8 bars rest. You've then got the lyrics coming in. Here Comes the Sun with another 4 bars rest, and then we come in on the and of beat 4 with this phrase: 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, that starts on the and of beat 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on the and of beat 4, hi-hat and snare together. The next bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, is always the snare and the kick together, just landing in sync with the hi-hat on the 1, the and of beat 2 and beat 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next bar goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Quite a lot of confusion about the tied notes in the way this is written out. When 2 notes are tied together, the first one absorbs the value of both the notes. So effectively, a lot of the time on the drums, you just don't play the one that's tied to. So here, the kick and the snare drum, which come together and look like they're landing on beat 1 of the last bar of the first line, you actually don't play those. That note is long and they're tied together. So effectively you just play the snare drum and kick on beat 4, and the next snare drum and kick you'll hit is on the and of beat 1. I'll play that whole thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really good thing to do with these sections, certainly what we do in the sessions here, is we just loop those moments. So rather than, this is a classic sort of rookie error in my opinion, rather than just putting the track on and just banging away and hoping for the best, just spend some time getting to know these moments, right? So we would do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2, third time, here we go. Just spend some time, make friends with the part and just get to know it a little bit. Then the verse comes in, the groove is. So basically sitting on that groove, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and with a straight 8 feel on the hi-hat. One little variation, bar 19, or the 4th bar of the verse. Again, when we were learning it, we'd go slow, we'd probably loop it a bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We would then probably play it in a bit of context, so we do 3 bars verse, and then that one bar, so we'd play. Now looping. Bar 19. Getting the idea. Again, just to make the point, make friends with these sections. Don't just put the music on and start bashing. I mean, that's fine as well if you want to get a feel for the thing, like jam along. But when you're learning the in and out of the part here, yeah, just taking the sections, getting to know them, loop them, brilliant way to do it. The groove continues through the verse. When you get to the first time bar, and hopefully you know this by now if you're attempting grade 5, but the bit with the 1 over the top means that's what you do the first time around. and the bit over the two with the 2 over the top means that's what you do the second time. First time bar and second time bar, or sometimes called the first time section and the second time section. This is all to do with the repeat marks that you've got at bar 27, right? 27? Not 27. 30, 28, 29, 30, 30. Bar 32, it's got the little fill that goes. You then loop back to the start of the verse again. Watch out for those repeat marks. Right, I'm going to play the first time section, starting at 28A. Goes. Okay, so things that are going on in there are the semi-quavers, like unit, ba, which is a pretty common thing. The grade 1 rhythm of 2 semi-quavers and 1 quaver, ba, features heavily there, doesn't it? So bar 28, 29, 30, you've got 3E and 4E and, straight out of something like Under the Bridge from grade 2, right? Ba, bum, ba, bum. And then you've got at the end of it, before it loops back to the verse, 3E and a 4E and. I'm going to play that first time section, the bit with the 1 over it, one more time. Cool, and then we loop back to the verse. Remember, vary fills on repeats, so we don't do. Again, when we go back to the top of the verse, just do something different, man. For example, or whatever, it's up to you, that's the fun of it. Cool, and then the second time section, this is 28B. I'll play this for you one time with the 2 over the top. It goes. Okay, same sort of vocabulary. 2 snares at the end of 28B. You've got that same sort of phrase, you had this in the first time section as well, that we had at the start. Only this time, in the first and second time section, there's no kick with that. You've then got a bit that goes. Now in the 7/8 bar, but 2 quarter notes there at the start, crash and snare together. Man, if I had a quid for every time someone's gone with the kick in these sessions, I'd have at least 100 quid. Probably more. So that's the snare and the crash together. So 7/8, 7/8 notes in the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 2 quarter notes then are going to be on the 1 and the 3, if you like, the first and third 8th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now we're into 6/8, and then we're into 5/8, and then we're into 4/4, and all this stuff looks a bit confusing, honestly, when you look at it on the page. But you can kind of feel the thing, you know. Like I'm really into music theory. I'm really into time sequence. I'm really into counting. It's Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, man. You can kind of feel this to a large extent. So what you've really got to do here is listen to the music loads, because it just works, man. Listening to music, it gets it in your blood. You get a feel for it. And again, if I had a quid for every time people come in trying to learn a song here, and they haven't listened to it, and you just think, come on, man, like, this is music. This is the business we're in. It's like listening to music and loving it, and that's what we're doing here. That's the point of this, right? So it's just spend some time listening to the music, get a feel for it. In terms of the counts, first bar, 6/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The groove is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is bar 33, bar 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'll put those 2 together. 33, 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good news is the next bar's in 4/4. This is 35. It goes. That one should be all right. If you can't read that one or understand that one, you're probably on the wrong grade. Go back to grade 1. Next one is grade 7. No, it's not grade 7. It's in 7/8. The next bar. It goes. So this one, the 7/8 bar here, bar 36, is actually the same bar as came before, pretty much, isn't it? Minus the crash at the start. We just locked off the last 8th note, right, on the hi-hat. So bar 35 was the 4/4 bar. The 7/8 bar 36 is. And then the good news is we're now done for that section. Those 4 bars represent basically the feel for that section. I'm going to count myself in at 6 beats. I'm going to play the first line of the second page, bars 33 to 36 on a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. That's the feel, man. It goes round and round like that. 37 to, 30, where are we? 37, 38, 39, 40. It's all the same stuff, isn't it? It's all the same stuff. Again, we've got first and second, and this time third time sections. The first time section is just the same thing again. The second time section is the same thing again. It's only the third time around that we need to worry. So let's think about the repeat. From 33, which is the start of the page, to the end of the second line, which is 38B, is that right? No, hang on. 37, 38, 39, which is 41B, if you like. That goes, not B, what am I saying? 41, the second time around. That is, just repeats, man. Here it is, 33. And then we're back to the verse. Hopefully that was all making sense. So when you go to the third time section, that's when things start to change. 39B, you're going to go 2-beat drum fill of your choice. Another bottom through. 2-beat drum fill of your choice. 1 bar groove. And then DSL Coda. Go back to the sign, which is the start of the verse, bar 16. Hit the crash, and you're up and running for the verse there again. All right? I'm going to play it one last time from 33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bar 37. First time section. Back to 33. 37. Second time. Second time section. 33 again. Final time. 37. Third time section. Drum fill. Drum fill. DSL Coda. And then we're into the verse, right? Cool, so you do then the verse again, all the way through till it says to Coda. At that point, we jump. This is the end of the fourth line, first page. We then jump to the second page where it says Coda. We're into It's Alright. This goes. Basically just a rerun of like the first time section, I guess. And then the end, man. After that, 51. This goes. Again, it's a rerun of that first time, the It's Alright bit in the song, isn't it? It's a rerun of that section. Last bit, this is the last line now, 54. That drum fill at the end is probably the most fluffed drum fill, I would say, in these sessions. It goes 3 and a 4 E and a 8th note, 16th, 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 crash. So it goes. So a combination of that figure where you've got an 8th note and 2 16ths, but, 3 and a, and then a group of 16th notes, all 4 of them, 4 E and a. The rhythm is 3 and a, 4 E and a. The orchestration is 3 and a. Here's the last line. All right, that should kind of cover it, I think. It's a classic tune. It does miss those drum fills totally in the Sun Sun Here It Comes, but there we are, man. That's the thing for grade 5. Have some fun with it. If you find that you're struggling with it in the Sun Sun Here It Comes, stick the song on and have a listen a few times, man. Get a real feel for that. And if you still find it struggling, try listening to the music and following the part without playing. One of the things that I've noticed a lot over the years of teaching sessions of people doing stuff like this is often guys are so keen to get playing that they actually miss out the bit where they truly learn it. And often the best learning type practice is done not whilst playing, but whilst listening to the demo version, or indeed put on my video demo of this and have a listen and wrap your head around what that is, maybe the count and that kind of stuff, and how it feels a little bit, rather than just trying to play it all the time. Does that make a bit of sense? Have some fun with it. It's a great tune. It's a massive thing. Final thoughts, please don't do this without the book. I'm just totally amazed by people constantly like trying to learn these pieces without having access to the book. Don't do it, it's not worth it. You need the backing track, which is different from the original. You need these notes. Get the book round, it's just quicker and easier. That's what I did, I bought the book. Yeah, do that. And it's just that it's awesome as well that we have grades now, like you can learn the drums like formally, so to speak, but with these amazing tunes. This is 1,000 miles away from drum grades when I first did them, which was started about 25 years ago, and there was no music to play to. Actually, there was some great stuff in there, some great material, but there was nothing like this. There's nothing that would get you excited about playing along to like classic tunes in this way. So I think it's awesome. Well done, Trinity. Thanks so much. And any questions, give us a shout. See you soon. Thanks a lot.